Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with another review of the GPToys Aviax F2C. Now, I did an initial review earlier showing the basic features of this quadcopter, and I just touched upon one of them, and that was cruise control. This thing can remember the last 40 seconds of input from your transmitter and duplicate that flight. Essentially, it has an autopilot, and that's what I want to demonstrate today. We're going to just do autopilot flying with the cruise control. You activate it by pressing this button. Actually, you first fly for about 40 seconds, and then when you want to activate the autopilot, you just press this button, and it will repeat what you did for the last 40 seconds, which is pretty cool if you think about it. Let's try it out. I'll demonstrate it. Now, this remembers the baseline heading that it had when you took off or when you bonded the quadcopter. So you can use this headless mode on this quadcopter as actually a return to home feature, but that's not what we're looking at today. We're looking at this cruise control, this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it off in the distance here and just do some basic maneuvers. Actually, I'm going to go to high rate. There's high rate. And leave it in high rate. And I'm going to just see if it can do this. I'm going to do some basic ovals and figure eights. An oval, and this time I am going to do a figure eight. Okay, let's activate that cruise control. Now, with this cruise control, you do have to keep your finger on the throttle setting to adjust the throttle, but look at that, it's... I better bring that back. Well, it's got good range. The wind was taking that off into the distance. Let me set it upwind and we'll activate that one more time. I'm going to fly upwind to do this so the wind will blow it back. Wind's from that direction. So let's do some rotations. We'll do some funnels. We'll do a flip. Do a right funnel. Do another flip. And then set it upwind and activate cruise control. Let's see if it remembers. What was I doing? It remembers. That's what I had it doing. I'm not doing that. Okay, I guess that's the end of its 50 seconds or 40 seconds. Let's bring that in again. It didn't do the flip though. So I guess it doesn't remember flips. This left funnel, right funnel, turn around. Let's activate it. It's doing that on its own, folks. Isn't that cool? That is a pretty cool feature. I better bring it down. It's a little too high. And then now, for beginners, I don't recommend you mess around with that too much because that could fly out of range. Unless you got a big field to do this, it might confuse the heck out of you. But for intermediates and advanced, this is pretty cool. Let's do that again. Left, right. Too bad it doesn't do flips. Activating. Oh, I touched the yaw. Once you touch the yaw, it messes things up. Let's do that again. I'm going to try to leave the buttons alone. Activating. It's doing this on its own, folks. And then turn right. That is cool, isn't it? That's real cool. And there, I guess that's the end of its program. So let's bring it back in. When it reaches the end of its program, it goes into a hover. See it do that. It's cool. At the end of its program, it goes into hover. Okay. Well, in that case it didn't. It was flying off to somewhere. So you got to be ready to take over if it does start to fly away. Pretty cool quadcopter. That's the Aviax, GPToys Aviax F2C. Let's get some thumbnails of this thing. See that little dome on top? That is the camera dome. When you press the camera, you can actually see that light up to let you know if it's starting to record or not. Unfortunately, my camera again is a little bit, something's wrong with it. I think it's, I don't know if it's the camera, it might be actually the card on this camera. It just wouldn't record. I think it's the card is the problem. I still got a lot of battery time on this. Let's fly it some more. I want to do this funky feature of this thing. And then at the end, I'm going to go into hover to let me know it's over. Okay, so I recommend at the end of your programming, when you fly this, put it into hover to let you know that the programming's over. And there we go. Okay, my lights are blinking, so let's bring her in for our landing. Let me show you the lights blinking. See them? The green ones. So it gives you a fair warning. And let me see if I can hand catch it. There we go. Almost chopped my arm. Okay, that's the Aviax, GPToys Aviax F2C. Pretty cool. I like that feature, the cruise control autopilot. I've never seen that on a toy quad, but now they're on it. So I believe the price of this is about $49, which is competitive with the C-Max 5C, which it is supposedly a clone of. It does have a camera. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate that camera feature currently. I'll see if I can do that in future videos. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's Quadcopter 101, signing out.